This cereal is delicious. I'd even say it's magical. What is it, you might ask? Well, this is Magic Spoon cereal. It's the healthiest, tastiest, and most protein-packed cereal out there on the market. It's loaded with 13 grams of protein per serving, 0 grams of sugar, and only 4 net carbs. And you can get $5 off at checkout if you go to magicspoon.com/49ers report. We'll tell you more about Magic Spoon coming up. This is the 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Sr. Is Jason Verrett trying to recruit defensive end Melvin Ingram to the San Francisco 49ers? We're going to dive into that on today's show. And it all started with a tweet from the NFL. They tweeted out some highlights from Melvin Ingram saying this: "Name a defense that should add at Melvin Ingram." Jason Verrett then quote retweeted that, and he said this: "That red and gold with the dread swangin' would look good on you, Brody, at Melvin Ingram." Now, Verrett and Ingram both played together with then the San Diego Chargers, so they've maintained a friendship all these years later. Ingram's still a free agent, so he's free to sign with any team. The market for him has been somewhat slow. Didn't record a sack last year for the first time in his 9-year career, and that career that spanned nearly a decade has been very, very good. Only played in 7 games last year because of a knee injury, which is somewhat of a concern for teams looking to sign him. But he has put together a pretty impressive resume throughout his career as one of the better edge rushers across the league. From 2012 to 2019, Melvin Ingram put together 49 sacks. That's a really elite number. Also has some versatility as well. Played outside linebacker earlier in his career. Then he switched to edge rusher. Put together 5 years of 7+ sacks. And he's compiled 10.5 sacks in 2 years of his career. At this point, at 32 years old, he's not going to be the elite player that he was from 2012 to 2019. He would simply serve as a depth piece. And if he is brought into the Niners as a depth piece, I actually really like it. I've said this a lot on the channel. My one big rule for pass rushers: you can never have enough of them. And with the status of D Ford kind of up in the air going into training camp, which starts in late July, bringing in Melvin Ingram for a low cost, maybe high reward, I'd be all in. What do you think? Be sure to get your votes in the comment section down below. This is your opportunity to voice your opinion on this subject. Type S for sign, type P for pass. Get your votes in down below. If you haven't already subscribed to the 49ers Report, what are you doing? More than 36,000 of you have already subscribed, so a big thanks to all of you for getting us past 36K. Right now, we're on the road to 37K. We're pushing out free videos almost every single day. We're hitting you with the latest news and rumors. We go live every single Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. So either hit that red subscribe button down below or go to youtube.com/49erstv. Are we going to see Trey Lance play as the starting quarterback for this team in 2021? Possibly. Mike Garafolo of the NFL Network thinks so. Why is that? Because Lance, during rookie OTAs and minicamp, really impressed his teammates as well as the coaching staff, and him impressing everybody nationwide in the football world has continued because clips have surfaced of him on social media just ripping throws. Accurate, mechanics look good, the footwork looks in a prime position as well. Simple flick of the wrist, he's chucking the ball 50, 60 yards. Now, Kyle Shanahan has said Jimmy G is the starter, but like any other coach around the NFL, he's open for competition. He has said as much. And it's my opinion that if Lance balls out in training camp as well as the preseason, he can force the 49ers' hands. I did mention Mike Garafolo thinking that Trey Lance could play and start this year. Here's what he had to say in a recent report. "I do believe at some point we're going to see Trey Lance this upcoming season because everything that I've heard in the spring is how impressive he's been. Now, if they're competing, we're assuming that means Jimmy Garoppolo is playing well. But just look for Trey Lance. I know we've talked about how he needs some time to sit and watch, and the thought is maybe he'd have to redshirt. I'm not so sure. And I'm not so sure doesn't mean that they can't compete this year with Trey Lance. I am so excited about the Niners' number 3 overall pick. I know he didn't play in a lot of games at North Dakota State, but when he was on the field, he was elite. And he put up illustrious numbers. The career passing numbers, 30 touchdowns to only 1 pick. I don't care what level you're playing at, especially when the completion percentage is around 65%. Those are gaudy numbers. And it's not just his ability to pick you apart through the air. He's also great in the ground game as well. And Kyle Shanahan, going back to RG3 in Washington, hasn't had a dual threat quarterback to take this offense to another level in terms of the dynamics of it, because Jimmy G is strictly a passing quarterback and the mobility simply isn't there. Trey Lance can chuck it, he can pull it down and run it, and I think he'd make this 49ers offense so dangerous. And I know a lot of people have said, oh my gosh, you can't play Trey Lance this year because no rookie has ever made it to the Super Bowl. The possibility of that happening is so low. There's no way that if you play Trey Lance, the Niners can have Super Bowl expectations. But when you look back at the course of NFL history, has a rookie quarterback ever had the opportunity to take over a roster that is as deep, as talented, and as well coached as the Niners? I would probably say no. They traded up to number 3 to draft Trey Lance. It's not like they were a horrible team last year. Injuries are the reason they went 6-10, not for a lack of talent. So I do think if Trey Lance impresses this coaching staff, he could start from day one if they want to have him as the starter, and he could lead the Niners to a deep playoff run. What do you think? Will Trey Lance redshirt, or will he play this year in 2021? Get your votes in. Let me know. Type R for yes, he'll redshirt. Type P for play. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll go back and see what your votes come forward with. I think at some point Trey Lance is going to play, and I think when he gets on the field, he is going to be very impressive because he has a really good supporting cast. He has some of the best offensive minds at the coaching spot with Kyle Shanahan and Mike McDaniel, and I think when they unleash Trey Lance, when they take the reins off of him, he's going to light this league on fire. Today's 49ers Report is presented by Magic Spoon. You know what's crazy? This is me back in 2015. I was 215 pounds when I graduated college. Look at me now. Now I'm winning awards. I've slimmed down. I'm down to like 180 pounds. And at that time, I was eating cheap cereal late at night, and that's a big reason why I got fat. I didn't know anything about nutrition, anything about fitness, and I eliminated cereal from my diet. I have now reintroduced cereal in my diet thanks to Magic Spoon. It is basically cereal that tastes like the cereal that we ate when we were kids, but it's for adults. It's packed with 13 grams of protein per serving, 0 grams of sugar, only 4 net carbs. And here's the thing, it is healthy and it'll help you slim down, and you can still enjoy the great taste of cereal even though it is healthy and it's not crappy for you. It's high in protein, it's keto friendly, it's gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, wheat-free, naturally flavored, totally delicious with a couple of flavors that include frosty as well as fruity and peanut butter and cocoa. Those are some of the top selling flavors. It is also GMO-free as well, and here's the best news. You can get $5 off at checkout by going to magicspoon.com/49ers report. Either use that link at the bottom of your screen or use the link that's in the description and in the comments of this video. That'll allow you to get $5 off at checkout, and you can use those $5 to put together a variety of pack so you can test out all of these flavors. My personal favorite, peanut butter. It hits the spot every single time, and I eat it every single morning. So go to magicspoon.com/49ers report for that hot deal. Let's take a look at the odds for regular season wins in the NFC West. 49ers and Rams right now atop the NFC West odds at 10.5 wins according to the odds makers. Seattle Seahawks in there at 9.5 wins. The over-under for the Arizona Cardinals set at 8.5 wins. This division is going to be stacked and very competitive. I think it could come down to the final week of the regular season in this 17-game schedule here in 2021. Odds to win the NFC West. Once again, 49ers and Rams locked up at plus 175. They're going to be butting heads throughout this upcoming campaign. Seahawks just behind those two squads at plus 300, and the Cardinals coming in at plus 450. I think it's safe to say the NFC West is going to be the best and most competitive division in football. What do you think about the 49ers' chances in the NFC West this year? Do you think they're going to win it? Let me know in the comments section. Type V for victory! Shout out to Johnny Drama from Entourage. That's a show that all of us watch here at Chat Sports. Or type L for loss. Be sure to get your votes in the comment section. I'm going V for victory as I shout out Johnny Drama once again, one of the best shows in the history of television. Cynthia Frelund of the NFL Network certainly thinks 49ers are going to compete for the NFC West crown, and they're going to win it. All right, Cynthia, we see you here. Well, I like the Rams is what she said, and I love Aaron Donald. I think he's the best player in football, but I think the best team in this division happens to be the 49ers, who I think have a real shot at contending. When I look at this team, I understand we're questioning the quarterback position, but I would like to stand behind that O-line. I mean, left tackle, check. They've got a new center this offseason. They really got a lot healthier. I mean, Nick Bosa being back, come on, that's ridiculous. She rounded out this 49ers prediction and the high praise by saying this. So when I look at the NFC West, I actually think 3 teams could come out of this into the postseason, but I really think that the Niners have that chance to just take it over the top in this year. Cynthia Frelund, really, really high on the Niner gang. You might as well give her a shout and say, yo, Cynthia, we appreciate you. We see you. Do you agree with her? Type Y for yes. Type N for no. I do happen to agree with her, and I thought she made some really good points there. You bring back Trent Williams. You sign Alex Mack. Whoever is the quarterback, I think, is going to be a really good quarterback because of the surrounding supporting cast and the coaching staff on this roster. But it all comes down to health. Yes, the defense is really good under DeMeco Ryans in his first year as DC, but this team must stay healthy. And if they do, I'm going to go ahead and type my Y for yes. Can't harp on this enough, and it's a good problem for the 49ers, and it's an entertaining one for 49ers fans. This is a loaded division. Rams bring in Matthew Stafford. You still have to deal with Russell Wilson, who's never won less than 9 games throughout his career. The Arizona Cardinals were one of the most improved teams in the league last year, and then you have the Niners, who, if it wasn't for injuries last year, I think they could have competed for an NFC West crown in back-to-back seasons. This is a loaded division, and I think it'll be drawn out until the last game of the regular season because it's going to be so tight, and it's certainly going to be riveting. Let me hit you with this before we head out. Over under 10.5 wins for the Niner gang in 2021. Let me know, Niner Empire, what you're thinking on this one. Type O for over, type U for under. Get your votes in. I'm going O for over because I think the Niners are penciled in for 11 dubs here in 2021.